I wonder if that door open. It don't look like it do it.
Is there something I miss? We're surrounded by people, so why are we lonely?
You have a good day, babe. I love you.
What is that?
Tell me this is it. There has to be something.
No.
So don't we meet something?
Don't get out the car. Leave my phone alone. You have a good day. I love you. Boy, you gonna be late.
Mama, what you doing?
I'm proud of you, and I love you. That's too funny. Good morning, Miss Harris. Good morning. Okay, turn around. Good morning. Okay, it's connected now. I'm about to do a long-awaited video. I should have been and done it, but I just hadn't yet because I had to wait for God to put some stuff on my heart. I'm just waking up. It's 7 in the morning. I was videoing Corey going to his new job orientation, and he didn't know I was doing it, so it was funny. He didn't know I was doing it, but I'm proud of him. And I want him to know I support him and I love him and everything that he do positive. And I got his back. And I will never neglect him in trying to better himself. So this video is for, they know who it's for, but it's for men and women can be in this category as well, of giving up on your child. Jacory, within the last, for the last 3 years. Okay, I had to move around because I was getting a bad signal. Okay, so what I want men to know is that just because you fertilized a woman's seed does not make you a daddy. It makes you a father, but it doesn't make you a daddy. It angers me. It perturbs me. It gives me a lot of bad vibes with men that want to stand up and say, oh, that's my child, when they're doing good. But when times get rough, rocky, hard, when it comes to where you need to chastise them, where it comes to where you need to be their backbone, push them, love on them, encourage them, try to teach them how to be young men, productive young men in societies. Not all, but most men are cowards. Most men are cowards. And I was trying to sneak and video him going to his new orientation because he recently moved back with me because his father gave up on him, practically. Corey was not, all children, I don't care if you 16 to 70, if your parents are still alive, God did not say once they graduate high school, you got to stop being a parent. I would be a parent to the day the Lord take me home or take one of my sons home. I would continue to be a parent. And within my parent role, I'm not their friend. I'm their parent. God ain't say I had to be their friend. So, within saying that, I keep my feet on my kids' necks because I know their potential. I know what they can do and will do in life. I know them better than they know themselves. And God knows them better than me. But I can tell my kids about themselves and they be like, how you know that? Well, how you knew that was going to happen? Because I'm your mother. And only parents that has a emotional, spiritual connection and love for their child can do that. Yeah, my kids has done things, but they kids gonna do things. I did a lot of things when I was young, 19, 20, 18, 17, and my mom didn't approve of it, but I thought I knew everything. And just because y'all parents that don't want to send financial support to another woman's house because you're married, got a girlfriend, anything of that nature, and you quote unquote want them to come live with you, and then you don't do a damn thing for them but supply a roof over their head. You don't supply them with structure. You don't supply them with emotional and physically support. You don't give them the tools to be successful in life. But then when they have to go get little jobs that's part-time and that's part-time because it's in walking distance, and you're sitting on your couch and you won't even get up and take your child to a job. You don't spend time with your children. You don't impart life into your children until they do wrong. Then you want to jump on the bandwagon and you can't deal with it. You can't deal with it. These are the tools when children begin to be adults, going into younghood. If they don't have them, you as a parent needs to support them and supply them with the tools, like transportation to a good job. Encouraging them to get a better job. Going and praying with them, holding them up. My connection keep breaking up. But that's the next phase of you being a parent. You got them through high school. Well, matter of fact, you didn't even get them there. The mother did. The mother got them through high school. The mother got them through all doctor's appointments. And don't let it be something wrong with your child medically. The mother does that. Without any of your help or financial assistance. So when they graduate, then you want to say, oh, I want them to come live with me. I want to teach them how to be a young man. And this saying that a woman can't teach a young man how to be a man, that's a lie. That's a lie. It is many successful young black men out there that was raised in a single family home by their mother. But you're the father, not the daddy, because being a daddy is being a person that push your child when they can't push themselves. Being a daddy is showing them the way of life. Being a daddy is loving them unconditionally. Because a child got and I'm not even going to call them a child, because they're 19, 20, and they're 19s and 20s. Being a young man, they're going to do what they want to do. They lazy. And they only going to do what they want to do. But that's, as a parent, you got to set that friendship aside and begin to push them. And tell them this is what they're going to do and not do. Just because they got a pile of clothes in the corner of their room, or maybe a McDonald's bag with a napkin in it in their room, or either a box of condoms in their room. Check the expiration date, because I might be the one that gave them to him before he left my house. But you want to show condoms because you want to say, I want to show you that he in the right mind, that he can buy condoms. Slow people can buy condoms too. But you allowed your wife, your significant other, girlfriend, whatever, to push you to put your child out of your home when you're supposed to be building a relationship with them. You know what needs to happen? And I know what happened. Y'all accidentally in the middle of the night one night changed underwear. Give her her panties back, and you get your boxer shorts back. And be a man. And not give up on your child because they smoke weed. They might be smoking weed because they don't feel comfortable in your home, because you don't love them unconditionally. You don't treat them the same as you treat your other children, just because your significant other don't give a damn about them. Then you have to follow them. But when it's time for you to stand up and be a man, you got to say, hold up, this is my child, and I'm going to do what I need to do for him. Calling disrespectful being because you're not speaking to their significant other. Where if they act like a woman or a man, then their child would respect them. You have to earn respect for children to respect you. Yes, they will test the boundaries. But if you treat them like shit, then they not going to respect you. I just don't understand how you would want to take your child under your roof and say you're going to teach him how to be a young man when you don't do shit for him or do shit with him. Teaching them how to be a young man is teaching them how to dress appropriately for their age. Teach them to get a job that will sustain them as a young man. Help guiding them and giving them advice and love. Not waiting for them to F up and then you want to, oh, I can't handle this. I can't handle that. Chastise them. But do not kick your child out of your home just because you can't handle a pile of clothes on the floor, or you can't handle a McDonald's bag in their room with a napkin in it and no food, but a napkin in it. I see why God made women stronger than man. Because men can't handle it. They can't handle the stress of life, but they want to be called a man. Wow. That's something there. And you came looking for him. He did not come looking for you. But within the 3 weeks he been back with me, he dressed for a 20-year-old, how a 20-year-old dress. He done got a good job. Because you know what? I encourage him. I push him. I give him the tools he needs to be successful in life. But you ungrateful men. And there's some women out there that are the same way. But right now, I'm on the men. How can you say that all the young black men are this and they're that, and you're not stepping up and being in your role like you should? The mamas have to come back behind you and clean up your mess. Because you ain't did nothing but shit on them. Let them down. But it's okay. Because the same child that you turn away might be having to be the child that got to fan the nets from your ass one day. Because that woman can get up and leave you at any time. But your children have your bloodline. And kids love unconditionally. You treated your child like he was a stranger on the street. Not because he was out there gang banging. Not because he was out there robbing and stealing. Not because he was bringing trouble to your house. Not because people was in and out of your house. Not because he was on meth and heroin. But because he smoked weed. And the weed that he smoked and you found wasn't even, the police probably would have ate that and chewed it up. But that was how so easy for you to give up on your child. Just like your daddy gave up on you. At some point, you got to break the cycle. At some point, you got to break the cycle. And when will it start? Your brother, your daughter, all of them called and checked on him. But not you. Not at one time have you checked on your own child. I'm sorry, that was my son calling in. But I was just talking about how men are easily to give up on their children with minor things that only they need is chastising with. Now, if he was doing all those other bad things, I would have did the damn same thing. But he don't do nothing but stay in his room. But because your significant other don't like him, you put your child out to sleep in a park. But you want to quote the Bible. You want to pray. But you're not praying with your child. You're not reading the Bible with your child. So I wanted to tell you, and you know who I'm talking to. You ain't no daddy. You fertilized my seed. So that make you a father, not a daddy. And when you need him, you're going to have to come back begging for him, or leave you one day too. So this is a PSA to all men and women out there thinking just because your blood run through a child's vein, then you good. No, bruh. No, sis. It don't work like that. Be a parent. Read your Bible. Read what God said that you have to do for your children. He gave those children to you to be a good steward over. And for you to give up on them over some shit that you could have just chastised them, but you gave up on your child because of your wife. Cleave to her, because you'll need her. Peace, and I'm out.